I mean, look at the reflection of the light on my face. Gorgeous. Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Faye and I am starting the video barefaced today because we are going to be trying out some new products. Well, some new products and some favorites. The Sephora savings event is coming up this Friday, so I figured I would incorporate a couple of my current favorite products from Sephora, but I also really wanted to try out a product that I hauled for you guys a couple videos back, and it's the Sephora Reveal the Real Skin Tint. Like I said, I hauled this for you guys a couple videos back, and I have been holding out on trying it out because I wanted to try it out with you guys. So that's what we're going to be doing for today's video. I don't want to spend too much time on the intro because I actually have somewhere to go after I get ready. So if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and let's go ahead and get into it. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and prep the skin. To start, I'm going to use the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Water Powder Serum. You guys already know how much I love this product. It does a great job of just mattifying the skin and prepping it for any products that you're going to apply on top. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this and press it into the skin. And then on top of that, to blur out my pores, I'm going to be using the Professional Matte Primer. I have absolutely been loving this. I got this in PR like a couple, probably maybe 1 or 2 months ago now, and I have been using it ever since. It does a great job of blurring out the pores and also keeping the skin matte. So skin is prepped, so while we're letting that kind of sit and soak in for a second, I'm just going to give you guys the tea on this skin tint. So like I said, today I'm going to be reviewing the Sephora Collection Reveal the Real 12-Hour Soft Radiant Skin Tint. I've heard a lot of really good things about this skin tint, so I'm excited to finally try it out for you guys. This skin tint retails for $22 and it comes in 20 different shades. It's a liquid formula, of course, but it's supposed to have a natural and radiant finish, which y'all know I have oily skin, but I've been kind of liking some of these like soft matte radiant finish formulas, so we're gonna see. It says that it's supposed to be a lightweight serum-like texture that offers the perfect combination of a radiant blurred finish while rapidly correcting the appearance of uneven skin tone. So to me, correcting uneven skin tone means it should have some coverage, at least, you know, a little something to work with, maybe be buildable. So let's go ahead and try it out. I got mine in the shade 250 O Deep, which I did actually pick this up in the store and swatch it there. So hopefully it will still be a good match. So it does have a squeezy tube, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just, pop it right on. The color is already looking pretty good. And it comes out kind of fast, as you can see, so just be mindful of that. And then before I blend it out, per usual, I'm just gonna spray my face with a little bit of the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray, just to kind of help lock everything in. All right, so let's go ahead and blend it out. Okay, so here is the first layer blended out. You can definitely still see a lot of just my skin peeking through compared to this side, which I know I already have some product there, but just so that you guys can see. So we'll test out building it up as well, but for the time being, I'm just gonna go ahead and blend out the other side. Also, while I'm blending, I wanted to mention to you guys that I do have a completely free group chat over on Instagram. I've mentioned it to you guys before, so shout out to those of y'all that have already joined, but I will have the link for you guys in the description. I've been including it in the description for like the past couple of uploads, and it's just a way for me to like connect with you guys a little bit more. I can talk with you guys like live one-on-one, give you updates on things, or just like talk about stuff completely unrelated to makeup or just what I have going on the day-to-day. So if you're interested, definitely feel free to join over there, because I do have some stuff specifically for that group coming up, like for the holidays. Like I want to do some giveaways and just different things like that. I have a bunch of like PR and makeup and things that have been building up that I want to give away to those of you guys that support me, to give back to you guys. So definitely be sure to join that group chat so that you don't miss out. And yeah, I just wanted to remind you guys about that. But this is how the face is looking now after blending everything out. Again, it is definitely giving, like, this is like not really covered at all. So it's for sure giving lightweight serum like coverage like it suggested. But let's see if we can build it up. I do like how it dried down on the face though. Like, it's not, I know it's supposed to be a radiant finish, but to me I feel like it's just giving healthy skin. It's not really giving like overly dewy or anything like that, which is good. So let's go ahead and just add a little bit more. And you do want to shake this up really good too, because I've noticed if you don't shake it up, it kind of is hard to, well, probably not hard to get the product out, but it just helps to shake it up a little bit. So this time I'm not gonna swipe too much. I'm kind of just gonna pat in the areas that I am trying to build up the coverage, and I'm keeping it pretty much just on my cheek area, a little around my mouth because I do have some darkness there, just to try to build it up. Okay, so this is how we're looking now. I definitely think it built up for sure, but it's giving like a strong medium coverage. I may be able to build it up a little bit more, but I'm not gonna worry about it because I'm actually just gonna go in with concealer on any areas that I feel like need more coverage. And of course, as I layer on my other products, you know, it'll give me more coverage in the areas that I need it. But I still can definitely see my dark spots peeking through, but it's giving like, it's evened out my complexion, but not like full, like super full coverage, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna do the same to the other side. And by the way, all Sephora collection products will be 30% off regardless of your tier for the Sephora savings event. So if this is a product that you're interested in, and I'm gonna show some of my other favorites from the Sephora collection as well. Not sponsored, just giving y'all the tea. But hey, listen, Sephora, please, if you want to sponsor me, your girl has been doing this for a minute. Y'all know I always come on and give y'all my recommendations and like the best products to purchase for the savings event. So I will not by any means turn down an opportunity to work with Sephora, but I'm just telling y'all that regardless of your tier, the Sephora collection products will be 30% off for everyone. So if you see anything Sephora collection related that you think you want to pick up during the savings event, this will be the time to do it. All right, so this is how the face is looking. Definitely, again, like I said, you can see my dark spots peeking through. It's giving skin. Overall, I think it just evened out my complexion, and it gave me a nice, like a strong medium coverage. That's what I'm giving this. So even though it says light coverage on the website, I would say that you could for sure build this up if you do have things that you want to cover to a strong medium coverage, or if you just want like a light overall tint, then you could get that as well. All right, so let's keep it moving. For concealers, I'm gonna be using these. These are the Sephora Best Skin Ever concealers. I have 3 shades. The first one I'm gonna go in with is 35N, which is like my complexion shade. I'm gonna use that to kind of go over a few of these spots that I want to cover up. Because again, like I said, I do have somewhere that I need to go today. I have jury duty. So yeah. I've never had jury duty before, so I don't really know what to expect, but I want to be presentable, so I'm going to add a little bit extra there, and then I'm going to go in with 34.5N for underneath my eyes. This is like just a little bit, well, a lot of it lighter than my complexion, but I'm going to mix this one with my e.l.f. color corrector, what is this called? I always have to do this. Putty color correcting eye brightener. I absolutely love this. If you're looking for a product to color correct under your eyes or any darkness on your face in general, I highly recommend this one. And it does come in a lot of different shades. I have mine in Tan Deep if you're interested. And everything that I mentioned in the video, per usual, I will have linked for you guys down below. So I'm gonna start off by blending out the concealer on like my dark spots. And I'm just going to use a brush for this. It's like an angled kabuki brush. This is the Morphe M334. A lot of the Morphe brushes that I have, I got forever ago. So I don't know if they're still available. But any kind of semi-dense angled kabuki brush will do the trick. And you can see how that is just giving me extra coverage. And don't worry, we're gonna blend it out. But for right now, I'm kind of just trying to keep it in the area that I want the coverage. I don't wanna move it around too much, but we'll come back and make sure that all looks nice and blended with our foundation brush. So I'm gonna go around the edges. The key to actually keeping the coverage that you apply is that you don't want to blend too much on top of where you're actually trying to get the coverage. So just kind of blend out around it and lightly over top just to kind of, you know, blend everything together. Same on this side, but you don't want to move it around too much over top of the area that you're actually trying to cover. So, and as you can see, now we have a nice smooth covered base. It's still giving skin, but we were able to cover those areas of concern that I personally want to cover up if I'm going to be wearing makeup. And same thing for around my mouth. I do have some darkness there, so we're just gonna cover that right on up. And then to blend under my eyes, I'm just gonna dip, same brush, straight into the color corrector, and then just go right on top of that concealer, just mixing it together and blending it right over that darkness. And I like to bring it up into the inner corner as well, a little bit onto the eye. And you see the difference? Yes, this right here, you could use it without the concealer as well, but I personally find that when I mix it with the concealer, the finish is just flawless, as you can see. So same thing on the other side. Pat, pat, pat. I'm not doing too much swiping because again, I'm trying to keep the coverage. Okay, so under eyes are basically concealed, and now to brighten a little bit, I'm gonna go in with 26 in, and I'm gonna put just a little bit of that on the inner corner. Not too much. And then I'm also gonna bring this down the center of the nose and just everywhere that I, you know, would typically highlight. But I am gonna mix in a little bit of 34.5 in because I want this to all blend together nicely. And then once I have all of that applied, I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out with my beauty sponge. Okay, so to set all of this in place, I'm gonna go in with my Benefit The Professional Matte Setting Powder. This is another product that is somewhat new to me, but I have absolutely been loving it. It does a great job of mattifying and blurring out the pores and just keeping the skin overall matte all day. So as you can see, that powder doesn't really do much for brightening the skin. It literally just mattifies, like the face is matte, okay? But to brighten, I'm gonna use my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder. This one is in the shade Banana Bread. And I'm gonna use this basically kind of on the center of the face and under the eyes, just to brighten any areas that I wanna highlight. And also to bake the face. Okay, so I'm looking a little crazy, but trust the process. I'm gonna go ahead and fill in my brows off camera, and then I'm gonna show you guys the rest of the stuff that I use to finish off the face, but I'm not gonna talk through it because it's already 11:43 and I wanna make sure that I'm not late. So like I said, I still wanna show you what I'm using, but I'm not gonna talk so that I can get through it a little bit more quickly. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, and then I'll come back at the end to show you guys my first impressions before we get into the wear test. All right, y'all, so this is the finished face. Also, I did take my sewing down, so this is my natural hair. For those of you guys that voted on the community poll to wear my natural hair for a little bit, we're getting natural hair. I'm thinking about doing some clip-in extensions, which I already have. I've had for forever and have never worn them, so I'm thinking about trying that out and giving the sew-ins a rest for a little bit. Also, I did go on top of the Rare Beauty Lip Oil with Tulip Kiss from Fenty. You guys know I have been loving these gloss sticks and I could not resist. This one was giving a little bit too much burgundy, like a little more burgundy than I preferred. So I just went on top of it with this one and it kind of just like muted it out a little bit, made it more of like a brownish kind of, you guys see what it is. Y'all see what it is, okay? So anyway, y'all are here for the skin tint. So this is what the face is looking like. I'm absolutely in love with how my skin looks. I know that this will not be a look for everybody, but for me, having super oily skin, I absolutely love how this looks because I know as I wear it throughout the day, it will just come alive. So right now it's looking very matte. And also that just goes to show this, even though it claims to be a super radiant product, depending on what you pair it with, you can control the final finish, if that makes sense. So I think I got a really nice like coverage. I think the skin looks great. Again, it is giving very much matte, but for me being very oily, as I wear this throughout the day, I expect that it will really just come alive and look absolutely beautiful, but we will see. So right now it is 12:18. I'm actually gonna start this at 12 o'clock. Because I did have to run and get ready and do my hair and just get ready to run out of here. Again, like I said, because I do not want to be late. So again, up close, this is how the skin is looking. You guys remember how it looked, you know, from the beginning to now. So I'm gonna wear it throughout the day. I'm gonna go ahead and go to jury duty. Wish me luck. I've never been before, so I don't know what to expect, girl, but I'm gonna go ahead and run out to that, and then I'll come back a little bit later on to give you guys an update on how the skin is holding up. Hey y'all, so I am back as promised. It is currently 8:06. So I have officially had this skin tint on for 8 hours. I could honestly wear it longer, but my head is pounding. I have the worst headache, and truthfully I just want to wash my face and go lay in the bed and watch YouTube videos. So I wanted to make sure that I came back and gave you guys a check-in before I got too tired. But this is what the face is looking like after 8 hours. And just to kind of give you an update, I guess, after I finished filming this, like the first part of this video, like I mentioned to you guys, I did have jury duty, so I went to that. Ended up finding out that they didn't need me for the day, so kind of a waste of time, but also I got my day back. So I came back, filmed my Sephora recommendations video, which will probably already be up. So if you're watching this video and you haven't checked out that one, be sure to watch it after this video. And then I edited that whole video so that I can post it tomorrow. And yeah, now here we are. So this is how the face is looking. And honestly, I was just looking at it in my bathroom and I'm pretty impressed for this to be a skin tint. I know I did go in a little bit with the concealers just to give a little bit of extra coverage, but for a skin tint, I'm honestly not surprised that I am a little oily because again, it did claim to give a radiant finish. But like I mentioned, that is why I was glad that the initial application looked very matte, because I figured throughout the day, my oils would start to come through and this would more than likely be the finish. So with the exception of like around my nose area, I think it really is just giving healthy, radiant skin. A little bit oily, again, like I said, but nothing too crazy or nothing that like I wouldn't expect for my skin. So I'm gonna go in per usual with my little tissue that I have right here and just blot and see if we could make this last a little bit longer. So I'm just gonna go in and do one side first so that we can see the difference. Okay, so this is one side blotted, other side not blotted. Y'all, I'm tired. Not blotted on this side. So oily side, or you know, after 8 hours, blotted side. I think this actually looks really good. It settled a little bit in the crease of my nose, which tends to happen. I have a hair on my nose. But yeah, it settled a little bit in the crease of my nose. Let me zoom y'all in a little bit so you can see. Okay, so like in the crease, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see or not, but it did settle a little bit there, which with more lightweight products, it does tend to do that. But outside of that, the rest of the face looks very radiant, skin-like. Like, it looks good. It didn't separate, it didn't settle under my eye. Still looks really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and blot the other side. Okay, so face is fully blotted. This is what came off on the tissue on one side of my face, and then this is what came off on the other side. Nothing too crazy. Again, if you didn't have a setting powder with you on hand, I think you could definitely blot the face and keep going. I am going to, of course, set the face. I feel like, is my camera lower? Because like the whole top of my head is cut off. I wanted to zoom y'all in, but I'm gonna have to zoom you back out a little bit because the top of my head is cut off. But yeah, I'm gonna go in with my Urban Decay All Nighter just to set the face and just see if we can. I mean, honestly, it looks good, with the exception of like around my nose, which I think is the only place that really needs to be set. The rest of the face, I feel like I could have just blotted and left alone. But after setting, this is how we are looking. I am actually really impressed with this skin tint, especially again for me being somebody that has super oily skin. I think wearing that skin tint in conjunction with my mattifying primers, my mattifying setting powders, which are the products that I would use with any complexion product, I think that this actually held up very well for my skin type. But also because it does have that lightweight, hydrating, kind of radiant finish to it, I think that this is a product that would work with a lot of different skin types. So honestly, the other products that you pair with the skin tint will determine how it wears for you throughout the day. Ultimately, as you guys saw, it did finish with a very radiant, almost borderline oily finish after 8 hours. But after blotting, I think because it is like a radiant hydrating finish that I paired with mattifying products, it ultimately just settled on my skin and gave me like a really nice skin-like, healthy looking finish to the face. So I really like this one. And again, Sephora collection products will be 30% off during the savings event. So if it's something that you're interested in, I would definitely recommend. This is perfect for my girls that aren't really into makeup or just want something like really light coverage. The packaging is really user friendly, perfect for taking on the go, travel friendly, all the things. And honestly, I think it's perfect for both beginners all the way up to non-beginners, more advanced, I guess is the word, because you really have a lot of flexibility with this product. You can do either super light coverage, you can build it up a little bit, or you can do super light coverage and just spot conceal the areas that you want to conceal, like I showed in this video. So yeah, super versatile product, wears beautifully on the skin. I mean, look at the reflection of the light on my face. Gorgeous. So yeah, that is going to bring us to the end of this video. I'm really happy that I did decide to hold off and try this out with you guys on camera, because I know a couple of you guys requested it and wanted a review. So yeah, and I don't know when the last time was that Sephora collection came out with a complexion product, and you guys know I'm all the way here for spending a little less money, saving a little bit of coins, but still getting the same quality as luxury brands. So shout out to Sephora collection for helping us do that. And yeah, if you have any questions about the product or anything else that I shared in this video, feel free to comment below. Every single product per usual that I use in this video will be linked and listed for super easy shopping, or if you just have a question, everything is in the description. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already and you made it to the end of this video, definitely be sure to subscribe and join the fam. I would love to have you. It'll also make sure that you're notified anytime that I upload a new video. And if you haven't already and you have an Instagram account, come chat with me over on the group chat. I'll have that linked for you down below as well. So thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you very soon in my next one.